not a member, they're thinking about being a member, or maybe they're an individual member, they're thinking about becoming an agency member, what recommendation or what, why would you say, hey, join NEMSMA, or, kind of what do you think value, what would you tell them?
Yeah, so I go back to the very first thing that piqued my interest. This listserv still exists, but it is one of those things that if you've got a problem with staffing configurations, with discipline, with HR issues, with scheduling, whatever, the vehicle maintenance, you're not alone. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of other people in this country and across North America on this listserv. It's amazing. You put the question out in there, and it can be minutes to hours. You'll have a whole bunch of opinions. Now, some of them you might not want to hear, you might not take, but it just stimulates your thinking. So that's one of the big ones, but it's only one.
But the one thing that I really enjoy from NEMSMA is that you do get that national picture. And you get to hear a lot about what agencies outside of your local area are doing. And it's really cool not just to hear, what other agencies in Florida are doing, but what an agency in New York or New Jersey or Minnesota or California, where all these different agencies, they share their news, they share their information through NEMSMA, and you get a much better picture of what some of the most innovative agencies in the country are doing, and it's really helpful. And I think the second half of that would be the advocacy. To be part of an organization that helps advocate for EMS providers is very, very important. And that's another important consideration when you're thinking about joining
engage
NEMSMA.
more. What would you tell them?
I would say be engaged. Don't just fill out your application and send it in and read the newsletter every month. Participate in the polls. Find a committee that interests you. If there isn't a committee that interests you, propose one. Get involved, get to know the other members. I think that's the best way to get the most out of this program is the networking, the collaboration that you can do. So find something you're interested in and dive right in and participate with us because we would love to have you.
Looking to get more involved.
That's awesome.
What advice would you give to them?
Definitely sign up and get involved. I mean, we've just met recently, and I think the relationship is great. And I think the organization, the reason why I joined is, again, going back to never stop learning. I think looking at the supervisor and the management and the executive leader credentialing process is something that I definitely want to get involved in. And it goes right back to learning. How can I learn to attain these levels and better myself each and every day? So I think that's a key attribute of NEMSMA and for people to join up and take advantage of
But
it.
no, and the reason that I'm on the board and the reason I've been so engaged all these years is because of the value that it brings. Very similar to what I just said, from the educational offerings, but that networking and being on the listserv and saying, hey, I got a problem, I'm going to throw a problem out there, and you're going to get responses from all over the United States. And so you're going to take that information and be able to implement it into your practice that day if you so choose, or at least it might put you in a direction you want to go. So it's just invaluable. To be able to have that level of camaraderie as well as that expertise out there basically at your fingertips.
So
Terrific.
one
And
last question for you. If someone's thinking about signing up for NEMSMA, they're watching some of this saying, well, why would I join? What advice would you give to them?
Well, you should run, don't walk, to join NEMSMA. There's no question. The resources that are available, even just the online resources that are available to the members are vast. But when you become active within the organization and you're able to share your experiences and hear experiences from other leaders around the country, I find it really just interesting to see how all of our issues are pretty much the same. The geography is different, the call volume is different, but most of I would venture to say 75 to 80% of our problems across the country are all the same in the EMS agencies, and we can learn from one another.
Terrific. Well, thanks.